a lot of people in our field, they want to help other people and they end up becoming coaches or healers. There's more and more light workers who do this work where they're like, you know what, I just love helping people, might as well make it my job. And a lot of people have beautiful gifts, they're really good at their practices, but they can be struggling a little bit. And so what are practical tips for coaches, healers, light workers that now are convinced, okay, I want to make wild amounts of money and grow my business?
Yeah, I think the first steps is even getting more subscribed to the idea, not just making a little bit money, not just healing your relationship, but really, I want to make wild amount of money, and also identifying how much, and to really mean it. And to also know what that means. Because when you're an entrepreneur, a lot of people come from either corporate or they already started their whole life being an entrepreneur, but they don't really know what it means. And it means that you have a business. So there's a side of the feminine and the masculine in a business, the intuitive, the flowiness, which a lot of conscious spiritual people bring, or they came from corporate, had a burnout and resented the structure. That's a lot of the type of clients that come to me because I've really helped bring that back in a healthy way. And it's really about allowing yourself to be that version as an entrepreneur and to have the identity of an entrepreneur. And what does that mean? Like when you actually choose to make a living of your income, of your gifts, it means that you need to make money, because if you're not making money, you have an expensive hobby. And this is also where a lot of people either transition too soon and they say, okay, I want to do what I love for the rest of my life, so I'm going to give up my job right now. I don't have a safety net. I'm just going to go all in. It will work out. I think there's like 5% of people that make it that way. So just to be realistic, what do you need to succeed? And any other business in the coaching industry, this is something a lot of people, especially beginners, and beginners, I also count you if you've been in this space sharing your gifts for 10 years, but you're not making more than 2,000 per month, because you're still a beginner in the entrepreneurial space. Maybe you're, and this is a lot of people come to me and they are quote unquote beginners, but they're not. They have so many years of embodied experience with clients, they are the real deal, but they're the best kept secret of their industry because they never got serious about the entrepreneurial side of things, building an actual business, feeling safe in their business. Because when you have a fixed income, which might be the transition that you need before actually going full time, very good for your nervous system to not dive in straight away. But when you have a fixed income, there is a level of relaxation in your nervous system. And when you don't have that in your business, there is a level of stress that you bring with everything you do. So it is so important to really get serious about, how am I showing up in my business? What strategies am I using? What type of money do I want to make? What type of clients do I want to work with? Because when you choose to make this your life, it means it becomes such a big part of your life. And if you're not happy in your business, there's resentment, or you're not where you want to be, you're frustrated about social media, you don't know how to create a sustainable business model. So you feel like you're running around, maybe doing all the things with doing workshops once a month, trying to get your income from that, or having a lot of one-on-one clients who really need a lot of attention. So your whole calendar is fully booked, but they don't show up as you want them to show up because they think they will be magically healed in just one session. Like there's a really big mess that people create for themselves by not getting serious about building an actual business.
And I love that. And I want to add a little bit to this. It also was also clear to me. I read that book. I don't know if you read it, The Prosperous Coach by Rich Litvin, which I
No.
really like. But anyway, you probably have a lot of the downloads anyway. And in it, he talks about like, yeah, if you don't feel super safe with your income, it's better that you have a side job, actually, especially for coaching, because as an entrepreneur, as you said, of course, if you really need the money and you don't have any other income, it can be stressful. But on top of it, when we're a coach, our vibe is so important, right? If you do a drop shipping business, sure, you're stressed by the results, but maybe your hustling is going to work. But as a coach, when you talk with someone, and if you really need that money and you come in that needy energy, is going to be repulsive on top of it. Well, if you have your income anyway, you can come into that non-neediness, which is more attractive.